It seems that there is a growing sense of movement, momentum in the space of agroecology around the world. And there is more conversation, more people who are talking about in support of it.
I love this space today because honestly, this is the first time I've been to an event that is so donor-centric but curated in this fashion.
Food and our food systems are at the core of a lot of economic activity. They have a huge impact on what happens to health, what happens to economic outcomes, what happens to our river systems. And we're seeing all of these effects come into force together. So irrespective of what you're doing, there is a link to agroecology, whether you like it or not.
In India, 54% of the workforce is in agriculture, and climate change is posing a serious threat to agriculture. The greenhouse gas emissions from agriculture are also very significant. So natural farming has a lot of potential to reduce the greenhouse gas footprint of agriculture.
The space is very siloed right now in that there are, I think distinct and, impactful efforts, but they're not necessarily sort of strategically aligned. I think in order to scale efforts, you have to have different stakeholders across different sectors, whether it's the funder community, it's the implementers, the farmers, of course, to come together to try to build joint roadmaps and agree around sort of, again, very distinct levers that could be used to scale these efforts going forward.
One of the good things that is happening very gradually, at least, is that farmers are also realizing that they need to collectivize, they need to come together. Now there are specific schemes that can be brought in. I think funders should also, be able to link to this kind of collectivizing work.
For the Agroecology Fund, our theory of change about how to support scaling up agroecology, whether it's in India or elsewhere, resides in the strength of civil society. Our perspective is that the civil society organizations and networks really provide the glue for scaling up agroecology. It's the farmer associations that do the farmer-to-farmer training. It's the farmer associations that have the contact with the consumers. It's the farmers associations that can do action research together with academics and other professional researchers. Well, I think there's two kinds of partnerships that the Bharat Agroecology Fund needs to pursue. Most importantly is our partners at the grassroots level with the grantee organizations, those that receive the resources and are going to implement their programs and be part of this vast movement in India to move natural farming forward. And of course, the other part of the equation is finding partnerships with the people that have the resources. So in that case, it would be with other philanthropists, philanthropic organizations. The idea is to come together with resources so that we can extend them to the folks that need it and who we also need as well if we're really serious about our commitment to help scale up natural farming.